Hey guys, welcome to our first live stream. We're just getting Shanice set up with her stencil at the moment, so I'm just going to leave the camera off maybe for another 5 minutes, and then we're going to get started. See you guys soon. Not really. Oops. Alrighty. Welcome everybody to our first ever live stream. So we've got my really good buddy Shanice here and also a friend Carl in the background. And we're going to be outlining a full back piece today on Shanice. But we've got a few things. We've got the stencil on ready to go. It's a little bit adult only there, so we've just got to stick it there if you're wondering why that's there. I've got a few things to touch up with the stencil because sometimes when you're putting stencils on to like wrap it around people's bodies, it sits differently, and I usually just do a little tweak up with a fresh Sharpie. But anyway, I'm Hayley Tattooer and welcome to my channel. We're probably going to be here all day, so check in with us and see how we're going and see how Shanice is handling it. The chat, that kind of thing. Probably would help if I put my glasses on. I can actually see. So this piece that we have here is kind of like an Art Nouveau meets tarot card meets Gothic cathedral windows kind of thing. Shanice really just wanted a very strong ethereal lady in this specific pose, like a sort of like freeing sort of pose, I guess. And we're going to do like lots of autumn colours down the track when it's coloured, but we're going to attempt to complete the outline today. See how she goes.
I'm so excited.
Such a delay. Between this and this.
Yeah, it would be. I'm just excited for it to be like done.
Lovely.
And we're going to have constant R2 chiming in the background.
Yeah.
With 2 phones.
2 phones, both with R2D2 message tones. So if you hear a little fella in the background, that's what that is. Cool. Alrighty. I think that is all the tweaking that I need to do. I want to make sure that it's super dry, like the stencil is super dry. You can see maybe up here a little bit. It's still a little bit smudgy, so I don't want to start tattooing and have it like wipe off as I go. So I'm just going to leave it a little bit extra time while I set some needles up. So I use a pen machine with cartridge needles. A lot easier for me. Been doing this for just over 15 years, I think. So holding a big heavy machine, doing big pieces like this is hell for my hands. So pen machine it is. And I'm actually just coming off 2 weeks of holidays, so
Big day?
yeah,
Big day for
first
big
day
day?
back on the tools. This is our first live stream ever too. I'm familiar with YouTube, but this is my first time live streaming. So yeah, feel free to join in the chat, ask questions, I guess. We'll figure out how it works, hopefully. But we're gonna be here all day, all things going well, so. Okay, well, I might actually just swap this over.
I'm not ready for this.
Alrighty.
Is my head rubbing that top tile?
No, it's
I
fine.
feel like it's resting on it. Like
It's a
rubbing
little bit, but it's fine. It won't affect the tattoo.
Okay.
Just make sure our sensor is staying in place. So, for those of you that aren't familiar with back tattoos, probably gonna suck a fair bit for Shanice today, but she has committed to not using numbing cream at all during this process. We've tried numbing cream in the past on her leg sleeves just to see what it's like, and it wasn't a vibe.
Didn't work, really.
Yeah. So.
No thanks.
Yeah, I, as the person applying the tattoo, I noticed that people do a lot better actually without numbing cream. There is a place for numbing cream, I'm not against it, but I find that people, like, numbing cream doesn't work for hours and hours like they're advertised. It will like stay numb for a little bit, but as soon as you go around an area, that bit is like instantly not numb then. So you get a little bit of numbness just for the line that you're on, and then it's gone. So if you go anywhere near that section, it's then not numb. And then when people feel it after it being numb, they're not prepared for it. So
And I think also because you're going over somewhere that's already red raw,
Yeah.
and you didn't feel the first initial part, but
Yeah.
you feel the second part, and it's just horrible.
Yeah. So, quite a few nerve endings down the bottom here, and that's where we're going to start. Not to be mean, but just so that I'm not, because I'm right-handed, I will start here, so I'm like not rubbing the stencil off by working backwards with the back of my hand. Same as like whiteboards and left-handers. Alrighty. Here we go. I'm going to start with a little line. I always do at the start with my clients just so that they're ready for it, basically. I feel like if you went straight in on a huge, big, long line, they wouldn't be prepared. Okay. Are we ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I think I'm ready. All right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Small line to start with. There we go. And I'm actually going to be using a lot of grey wash lining in this tattoo because I will be using black on the areas that I really want to sit forward, as this is going to be like a big sort of colour combo piece. So the lines, some of the lines don't look as dark as others. That's why. Also, I hope you can hear me okay because I'm just using my laptop microphone today. So sorry if it's a bit echoey. Get up me for mumbling if you can't hear me.
Carl, can you actually pop something in the chat so we see if it's coming up?
What do I want to say?
I don't know. Just send an emoji.
Say you're so brave, Shanice. I could never do that. I'm happy to answer any questions that people have about the tattoo process. And if you want to ask Shanice questions as well to see how she's going, I'm sure she'd be happy to answer it. She might frighten you off getting a full back tattoo, but I'm sure she'll be happy to answer it.
So it's a Twitch chat. Yeah.
What?
Are you watching on Twitch or YouTube? On the tube. My platform of choice. If you have any questions about getting tattooed, I've probably answered them in one of my previous YouTube videos, so sneak over and have a look at those if you're coming up to a tattoo session and you want to know about it, or give me curry for the way that I say tattoo in my Australian accent. Tattoo. Terrible habit as Australians of just being lazy with our dictation. So,
Relaxing vowels.
yeah. Well, tattoo.
Oh.
That would be
That's
like
not a vowel, it's consonant.
relaxing a
Relaxing-
consonant. Yeah, tattoo.
Relaxing all our T's.
Speaking out through the nose.
Our T's become D's.
Yeah.
Tattoo.
It's for real, like my surname has a double T in it and I
Cotta.
pronounce it as a D. Yeah.
D.
Cotta.
Quarter. I don't mind a cod. That's a spicy bit.
It's a bit spicy.
Is that right in the spine?
We're getting in towards the spine, yeah. Down at the base of the spine, there's just like congested amount of nerve endings down there. Anywhere where there's an important function, yeah. Give us if anyone would like to give us like a thumbs up or a comment just to see if the stream is working fine. Just because we're baby streamers here. First time. Once we get into it a little bit, we might set up on the talk and show people what we're up to. Poor Shanice becoming a spectacle in her pain.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't mind making a spectacle of you.
Did you pop something in top?
Yeah, I did, but it comes up really small, the chat box.
Where?
I think because the Twitch chat is a lot bigger.
Oh, is that the Twitch chat?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So your YouTube chat is at the top.
Oh, in the little green screen.
Yeah.
That is tiny, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't see it.
But at least Carl will be able to read it. You can read it, can't you, Carl? On your
Yeah,
phone?
I can check it
Yeah.
on the tubes.
Well, Carl will be our YouTube producer for today. So if you have any questions, he will
Ask
forward
Carl.
them to me for review. But yeah, I don't know, a little bit about us is I'm Hayley Tattooer. I've been tattooing for about just over 15 years in Australia, in Queensland, Australia. And yeah, I love my job. I mostly do sort of large scale pieces, which I love. I love being able to spend entire days with my clients and have the same clients sort of over and over throughout the year getting big pieces done. It's just my favorite. I work in a private studio. I've got a big studio in town close to where I live, but decided that it would be better working privately, just by myself, just for like noise reasons and just to help me manage my work-life balance with my children a lot better. And yeah, I love it. My clients love it. It's a lot quieter and I feel like,
More intimate.
yeah, a bit more intimate, like a little bit more time with, like one-on-one time with your artist without distraction. You don't have to share your painful moments with like an audience of people, that kind of thing. There's a beautiful camaraderie that comes in big tattoo studios, but I'd done that for 12, 13 years and it was just time for a little bit of quiet and concentration, and yeah, I love it. Actually love it, tattooing in my own space.
Someone
There's no
said
hustle and bustle.
someone said this feels so Art Nouveau inspired.
Yeah, it is very Art Nouveau inspired. I've always really liked Art Nouveau inspired things, and Shanice and Carl that are here, Shanice getting the tattoo, are good friends of mine, and we all sort of have very similar interests, and so I was really excited to put this piece together for Shanice. So the process of putting it together was like Shanice finding references so that she could explain to me what style and what positioning she wanted the woman to have, because it was very important to her to have the correct position, and then finding Art Nouveau elements to frame her, but also keeping it like not too, I know it's like very feminine, but not too like ultra girly or anything. We didn't want like tons of flowers or florals. Like we wanted the lady to be powerful and earthy. So I think we were able to achieve that today. I'm excited to see how it comes out. We're going to be using lots of, not pastel, but very soft autumn tones, like muted tones, very like,
Almost woodlandy.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, like cozy, woodlandy sort of,
Like a hot cup of tea.
yeah, cool greens, like
Yeah.
nice cool greens, not like olivey greens or anything, like nice cool greens. But we won't get to colour today. Like
No.
something like this to outline will usually take me about 5 to 6 hours. And then, so that's a full day session to me. That's what I class as a full day session. And usually my clients have had enough by 5 or 6 hours. If we get to a point where Shanice starts to feel it too much and isn't handling it, which I doubt, I think what I usually do then with people is I start to focus only on the main outlines, because little feature lines, like little detail lines, can always be added later. Like we can always just get the bones done and come back to it later. But I feel like she's going to do okay. Yeah. You doing okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alice has also said so like a mythical, ethereal woodland vibes.
Yes. Yeah. Mythical, ethereal, woodland vibes. Yeah. The strong feminine, I think, was like something.
It was hard because I didn't have any references to go off because it was just in my head.
Yeah. So I think, like with big pieces like this, something that I love, I'm actually really not so good at just drawing off the top of my head. My favorite thing is to take other people's ideas and create it. I feel like I'm an empty void of my own ideas, but I love other people's ideas. So digging out from people's explanations, like with Shanice, she gave me like an idea of pose, an idea of content, but she was mostly talking about the feeling that she wanted to evoke in this piece. And we're all definitely into the cottagecore vibe. We have our own word for that, but it's
Not safe for work.
It's not PG, so we won't share it here.
NSFW.
Yeah. But yes, we like gardening. We like Carl's over there sewing at the moment. Sewing. And Shanice is very crafty. We're all very artsy, so yeah. Just a fun piece. Fun for me, not fun for Shanice.
Well, I'm actually doing okay.
Yeah.
For now.
For now. At the moment.
Yeah, check in 4 hours time and
Shaking.
see how she's going. Yeah, adrenaline shakes. Yeah.
I can pop out and get you something like a sugar treat too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need to get?
You don't have your own thing. Your car.
Yeah, but I might be able to go to another ANZ.
There's no ANZ here in town.
Of course.
It's weird not having music on.
Yeah, I know. I usually have music pumping in the studio here, but it's like an issue with streaming. So if you hear us humming, that's why.
That was a hum from me.
You didn't like that
100%.
one, yeah. As long as they're not moans. We know how Hayley feels about moaning people.
I'm more of a grunter.
Yeah. NSFW.
You said.
Live.
I was genuinely talking about tattoos.
Yeah.
But your mind's out of the gutter.
Worked in tattoo studios for 15 years. My mind doesn't come out of the gutter. It stays in the gutter. Hey Carl, would you mind getting me the reference
Yeah.
line work off the bench, please? Thank you.
Unwrap myself. Just the
Yeah.
A3 one.
Yes, please.
And do you want it
Just like
sort of like
on her
stuck
bum.
up somewhere?
Yep, just on her bum. She can hold her own stencil. Awesome, thank you.
What way do you want it?
That's fine, that's cool. Thank
Yeah,
you.
cool.
Thank you. Let us know if any of you guys are getting tattooed soon as well, or if any of you are watching while getting tattooed. Tattoo inception. Although I don't really know, that would be kind of redundant. Watching a YouTube video of somebody getting tattooed to like disassociate from your own tattoo. Also, Shanice's love language is a word of affirmation. So if any of you have kind words to give to her, please pop them in the comments. I'm sure she would love the support. We're over here in Australia, so it's like 10 a.m.-ish in the morning. We're going to be here probably until about 3 o'clock. So check back in, see how she's going.
Might someone take the pain for me?
If anyone offers to take the pain, I really need to like mic you up. ASMR pain noises. Oh,
Leave that to the OF.
yeah. We'll get a content violation for ASMR pain sounds. I'll get flagged.
Yeah, vibe for people who don't mind that.
I'll get flagged for violence.
I'm not sure how to work with hyperpigmentation. I end the healing process on my own. I'm not sure how moisturising my back will be like.
Yeah.
Second skin.
So yeah, I've got some answers for that. Yeah, not being able to see it, but it is, I guess, for some people, like the reasons behind getting tattooed obviously vary. I have my full back tattooed, and for me, like even though I can't see it, it's a beautiful piece of artwork. Like I've collected it. Like I probably get tattooed more for like decorative purposes and from collecting from really good like high-end tattoo artists. So I'll name drop a little bit here. So my back's done by Emily Rose Murray. So if you check out her work on Instagram, and your mind will be blown away. So yeah, it's not like, yeah, you're not really going to see it, but you know that it's there. It's a beautiful big decorative element. It is for people who are aiming towards like a fair amount of body coverage for tattoos. Like it's a beautiful big canvas, a nice big flat canvas as well. So it's a good place to put something really big and impressive. And it is impressive. People are like, not many people see my back piece because I am not a bikini exhibitionist. So not many people see it, but when they do, they're like, oh wow, like holy. And not that it's for other people, but it's just nice. It's nice to have your artwork appreciated. And being bony, yes, like I feel like you do get a bit more of the rattle, like the vibrations. Maybe there's benefits, like pros and cons to both getting tattooed sort of underweight and overweight sort of thing. Like I tattoo everybody, like regardless of body size, because they're all beautiful canvases either way. So and it doesn't really make a difference to the process from my end. But yeah, I can see how you would feel that it'll rattle your bones a bit, because it probably would. And being by yourself, I was by myself when I got my back piece done, and there was an interesting moment where, so like, it's a pretty difficult heel. I used to get my co-worker to glove up and put cream on me, but that's the benefit of working in a tattoo studio, is you've got other professionals to help you. So I would go to work in the mornings and she would put the cream on my back for me, but there was a couple of pieces that had a bit of a rough heel, and there was one moment where I was at home and I woke up and I had stuck to my bed sheet, and I was like, oh, what do I do? Because I didn't want to rip my skin off by hopping out of bed. And so I had to untuck. I actually got my glass of water off my bedside table and tried to like pour it over my back to soften, and I gave up on that. It didn't work, so I grabbed the corners of the fitted sheet, pulled the whole sheet off, and then went and soaked it off in the shower. So that was a bit crap, but Nowadays, we have access to, nowadays, it wasn't actually that long ago, it was probably about 10 years ago. That is quite long ago actually. But
things evolve real quick.
Yeah, aftercare has evolved and we've got like second skin products now. So you can get, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the second skin products. I've done reviews on them on my channel. Like Tattoo Derm and Saniderm and second skin and that sort of thing. And they're a really good option for people who are in a position where it's going to be difficult for them to take care of their tattoos, like in the workplace, keeping them clean and that sort of thing, or people that work in jobs where the tattoo could get contaminated. Like we have a lot of miners around this area, and we do not want coal dust in fresh tattoos. So you put the second skin product on it, you leave it on there for the recommended amount of time, and then peel it off in the shower after a couple of days, and your body takes care of the healing process without cream. Failing that, I have had clients who are single or like live by themselves getting back tattoos, and I've heard of people getting like, I'm sorry, getting, like the soap on a stick, or like the scrubbing brush on a stick, and then just like putting the cream on the back of that, like not on the bristly end but on the back, and then doing that themselves, or just like going around their
Second skin.
Yeah.
Someone says, welcome back, Hayley, from the UK.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I have been absent for a while, and I have no excuse for that. I actually haven't been doing really much. Moving out of the big studio into the private studio, and just finding like a better work-life balance than what I had been doing for the last 10 to 15 years. Because I do have a couple of kids and a business and that kind of thing, but no excuse for not YouTubing, because YouTubing is one of my favorite things to do. So yeah, thank you. We're hitting a spicy spot on Shanice's ribs right now. It's funny because like a lot of the subscribers on this channel probably haven't actually ever seen me do a tattoo before. Just me talking, so this will be a good change.
I looked up at the screen and I was like, oh, we've still got so much to go.
I get a lot of people that say, oh, you should have like a mirror so like I can see the progress. I'm like, you don't want to see the progress because it's not as fast as you think it is. Like it feels like you've done so much, and you look at it and you're like, oh no, so much longer to go. We're also all big lovers of Harry Potter, so just saying, if you guys have any questions about Harry Potter or Hogwarts Legacy, I'd be happy to go down that. Yeah, happy to go down that topic. We're all pretty into it. Carl and I would say, are
more
fairly up there in our knowledge of the Potter.
I'm only recent.
I'm a little bit nerdy.
Yeah.
I've only really discovered Harry Potter in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that it was there the whole time. I just never really...
We kind of gently bullied her and forced it down her throat so that we could participate in conversations and quizzes together.
Yeah. And have now got full devoted tattoo pieces.
If you ever
inspired.
see the three of us walk into a Harry Potter trivia night, you're in trouble. You're in deep trouble.
I'm still so impressed by that Quidditch score that I got right and you guys were actually wrong. Haha.
I do not have the memory for numbers. The only thing that I remember is that is it 352 or 382 BC is like when Ollivanders was founded, but I don't know like how many sickles to a nut or canut, or how many canuts to a sickle.
Yeah. 7.
Yeah.
And then
how many,
sickles to a galleon. Yeah.
Alice said, wait, have you all finished the game? It's like, I have 3 times.
Yes, I'm on my second playthrough. Carl has done it 3 times, and
I'm level
Shanice.
3. No, level 7.
I
I'm
don't
level
think
7.
Shanice even has a broom yet.
Oh, no, I don't.
She hasn't got a hand.
I haven't even got
Shame.
to the room of requirement.
No, Deek. It's
I don't own it though.
it's actually
cards.
made its way into my mannerisms. My favorite is because my daughter is nearly 8, and so all the time, like 8-year-olds, they need a lot of your assistance. And so do you know where this is going? She's like, "Can you help me?" There's a no beard note.
Yeah.
"Can you help me?" I'm like, or my partner, whenever the cat, because he's also played it, he's not what you would think is a nerd to look at, but
No.
I have brought him into the Harry Potter universe, and he also has a Hogwarts Legacy tattoo now.
Does
But
he?
yeah, the little like ancient magic.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. No, we did that like straight off the bat the first
Really?
week. Yeah. And every time his character would say potato, he'd go potato.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Potato.
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 So.
Cindy just asked, what is the name of Aragog's wife?
Cindy.
Ooh,
Like my
Aragog.
Cindy. Is she on there?
Cindy. We
Hey,
thought she-
babe.
Aragog's wife is it's another A name, isn't it?
Goodbye. I don't know.
It's Aragog. It's not Arabella. That's Mrs. Fig's first name. Mazog. Mazog. Something
Ask her
like
to
that.
comment with the answer.
Cindy, what's the answer?
Mosag. It's Mosag. I'm sure it is. Can you let him get back to us, please? Cindy.
And being in the shop, but it would be nice just to put them on in the background and check in every once in a while to see it.
If you want like olfactory,
Around the room a bit.
yeah, I don't know, like what sounds apart from the client's pain noises would just like the machine. I mean, I use we were talking about this earlier, the like crinkle of the like dried stencil paper being unraveled off the skin.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. We
That's
like
a
that
vibe.
one.
That's definitely a vibe.
There's like, if you're really close, you can, like, depending on the area of the body, you can hear the like sound of like the needle slapping the skin, which it's not
Like
bad.
that's great, like
Yeah, like the thwack, but like at a
Yeah.
fast speed.
Yeah.
But if that is on fingers, like finger tattoos, yeah, a little bit like it's not a. Probably would have the opposite effect.
Someone said I just booked yesterday a tattoo for Saturday. A bit short notice, but I found 36 hours ago my martial arts sensei teacher passed away, very
Aw.
unexpected. So getting a memorial to him on Saturday.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm sorry to hear. I'm very sorry to hear that. But memorial tattoos are, I believe, just such good closure. And because I think a lot of, this is getting a little bit deep now, like, so, you know, if you're not ready to hear it. But I think a lot of people fear that they will forget people that have passed. Like, there is a fear of like, what if I forget what they look like? What if I forget about them and I don't think about them? And there's like a lot of guilt associated with that. But I feel like when you get, from my experience doing memorial tattoos on people, is they know that they're not going to forget, or they're not going to like lose that memory of that person. So it just frees you up a little bit.
That was spicy.
But good luck with your memorial tattoo. I think that's a beautiful idea. And I'm sorry for your loss. We're back on the rib cage, guys.
Why are the ribs so big in my body?
I also, like, you may notice was I going to say? Oh yeah, you may notice that there's like a lot of really bold lines through this tattoo, and it's really like emphasizing the pieces that and the shapes that I would like to draw attention to in this tattoo, but I might boost the boldness of those lines at a later date. Like today it'll be aiming towards just actually getting the main outlines in. So yeah, I may not put the thickness in today, but they will go in. "12 viewers, Shanice."
Yeah.
Cindy said yes, it's mosaic.
Mosaic, yes. Ding ding ding.
10 points for Gryffindor.
I am a Gryffindor.
Yeah, that's why I said
Yeah.
Gryffindor.
What's Cindy?
Huh?
Wait,
Wait, what? Yeah, since a half.
Actually, all of my extended friends except for you guys. Travis.
You like that?
I like it so much I pay for it.
You're not
Actually,
wrong.
have like existential crises every now and then when I realise that people, like, what a weird job, what a weird thing to do for work, like to get just put people through pain all day. I feel like when I first started tattooing, I had a lot of trouble with like the empathy. Like I had too much empathy, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, did you want to stop a little bit, or like, did you want to have a little break?" And now, I just tell people, like, we'll have a break in 10 minutes, because I found that me giving my clients empathy opened up a space for them to
Feel the pain more.
more. So like, if I just close that off to them, like as brutal as that sounds.
Say it out.
Yeah. A little bit of gentle bullying through, just to get you through to the end of the.
Just a touch.
Just a little bit of gentle bullying.
Just a touch.
That's not a tickle.
Hit the sweet spot.
Oh, yeah, that's where I had my two. It's like,
Yeah.
it wasn't that it hurt, it was
Yeah.
like every time you're like,
Oh, yeah.
It's like a tickle pain. You're like, okay, don't do that.
Sid said, how's your pain tolerance? I said, hey babe, how's your pain tolerance?
So we
Yeah.
got
Fantastic.
Shanice's partner Cindy in the chat. I
She should be working.
like, honestly, Sin, I think that Shanice has
Wait, she's on smoker.
she's got a pretty good pain threshold. Like, a lot of people, I've started full backs on people and got to like this amount done and have known they're not going to finish out the day, and she's not moving, which is good yet. We'll see how that goes later on.
I am genuinely fine. It's just the vibration of the ribs, because it's vibrating my entire rib cage
Yeah.
when you're up there.
Yeah.
That it hurts.
I
I wouldn't actually say it hurts.
It's looking great, stay strong. And then someone else said crispy lines and with a love heart.
Thank you.
It's spicy.
You're doing well, Shanice. You can do this.
I am fine. I am honestly
Yeah.
fine. It's not as bad as I was expecting. Or I can't really expect much. I've only had arms and legs done.
I
But
think you worked yourself up to expect more, and that's
yeah,
kind
and
of
that's
like
what you're
a
supposed to
squeezy.
really do, yeah.
Yeah. I recommend people, like, as much as you, I mean, whatever works for you at the end of the day, but I feel like it's better to be like, this is going to be really bad, but I will be able to get through it, rather than coming into it thinking,
I'm fine.
this is fine, like, you know, it's not going to be too bad. Like, it's much better to like amp yourself up for a really terrible experience and then be like pleasantly surprised, rather than the alternative, which is go in thinking that you'll be absolutely fine, which you probably will be, but then it not being fine, it being...
It's definitely a mind over matter.
Yeah, it is. And that's one of my biggest issues with numbing cream, is that people mentally lean on it in their appointment. So like leading up to their appointment, oh, it's fine, I'll just use numbing cream. And then they get there, the numbing cream fails either straight from the get-go, because it's like, doesn't matter what brand of numbing cream, it's the least consistent product ever. The smallest thing can activate a tube of numbing cream before it even goes on the skin. So
I've had that.
yeah, which is like the ultimate letdown.
That was
The
Bellatrix.
ultimate letdown.
That was Bellatrix for
Yeah.
me. And then I ended up getting that 5% stuff just from Kimmer's Warehouse, and it was horrible. It didn't get anything.
Well, it's all about 5%. Yeah, it's all roughly 5%. I wouldn't use any numbing cream that is in excess of 5% because lidocaine, which is the active ingredient in it, can be toxic in large quantities. So, yeah.
I find it funny watching YouTube videos, people saying that, you know, I'm reviewing this numbing cream, I'll get back to you in 6 hours when I've finished my back. And they're like, didn't feel anything. I'm like, you're a liar.
You're a liar.
How much did they pay you to say
You
that?
lied to me. You're a liar. Alrighty, so I'm gonna sneak back down here. So this is where numbing cream, like Shanice isn't using numbing cream today, but this is where numbing cream does start to fail you because, you know, I'm kind of working like a photocopier, and sort of when you scoot around and start back here where you're close to where you were, that is where numbing cream will fail. So yeah, the more you know.
Oh yes, this part.
Yeah.
Same person said Crispy Lines has said, let's guess the voltage 7.5 volt.
The voltage of
7.6. We've got a tattooer in the feed.
And then the person who's getting the memorial tattoo said, thank you, Hayley. I'm not getting my memorial tattoo so I don't forget him. It's more my first tattoo was memorial. I know three and my fourth on Saturday, plus tribute tattoos for my favourite musicians, etc.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Any tattoo is self-care. Like it seems like a weird concept, but tattoos are self-care. It's like something that only you have control over. Like nobody can hopefully prevent you from altering your own body. And I mean, I'm not going to go into the science of it because I would butcher the science of it, but there are chemical reasons why getting tattooed actually makes you feel better. Just releasing some nice chemicals in your brain, which is weird considering what the process is.
That line that you're doing now is probably the best feeling part of this whole thing.
Does it feel like
it's like when someone scratches your back.
Scratching an itch.
Like it's a nice feeling, that one.
Yeah.
But this part here is not.
William, Crispy Lines person, I knew it's the sound instead.
That just reminds me of in like Young Sheldon where the fridge is humming and he's like, what's like matching the that sounds like a 7.5.
And Ella says, because self-expression is self-care.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for hanging around in the chat. It's actually nice to have some people, have a bit of a distraction for Shanice. Talk aesthesia. So.
I am enjoying watching it though.
Yeah. Well, I can't see
what actually happens.
Watching the tattoo getting done, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we're not getting I can't see any notifications up there. Not that I'm watching, but it's good to have Carl here reading them out because I've got a job to do today.
Oh.
You got something from Twitch as well.
She's beautiful, Hayley. Watching. I can't read that.
Watching is making me less stressed to move onto my back after we did blackout in August. Pinworms.
Pinworms? Oh, it's Kate. Pinworms. We were talking about vocal stimmings.
That's
the vocal.
I saw that video.
Yeah.
It must have been on TikTok.
My mum told me not to chew my nails because I would get pinworms.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Hey, get back here.
What is the spray? Some artists spray on your tattoo after your skin has broken a bit that does numb for a little while.
Bactine, usually, which I do have some here. Or there's like a few different sprays. Like every tattoo numbing brand usually has their own brand of spray. It's basically just a wetter version of the lidocaine.
Can I opt not to have that today?
Yeah, well, we won't use it. Sorry, I'm a chronic eye waterer.
Unless I feel like I desperately need it.
We won't use it in a tattoo session like this because after I've done the lines, we're not going back to shade it or colour it. We're only doing lines today, so it would be redundant and a unnecessary toxic load, like even a small amount, but like I'm a bit crunchy like that. Like if it's not necessary, don't do it. An unnecessary toxic load for Shanice without any real benefit. Unless the sting that you get after a tattoo is not very bad. So like when the needle is out of the skin, it's really not that bad. So there's no, unless you're going back through that area to shade, there's not really any point.
That's on the spine, isn't it? I can feel
Let's
it.
get it close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's when my spine starts to really stick out.
She's hurt. She's hurt.
There's a curve on my spine in the smaller video.
Yeah.
Like where your view.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That is
You're
crazy.
quite. Do you like my curves?
Yeah.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
Hunchback from Notre Dame.
yeah, the young
Alright.
Sheldon fridge got me.
Yeah. My son is exactly like that.
That was me when I had my hearing aids and I could hear that humming. I was like, what is that sound? And Cindy's like, the aircon? I was like, can you hear that all the time?
Yeah, I
She's
think
like, yeah.
some lights have a
Yeah.
our ones at work do drive me nuts.
I feel like I can hear EMFs, and I thought I'm just being crazy and weird, but I googled it and people can hear EMFs. You know, like walk into a room and the TV's black but the TV's on.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's like a power.
yeah,
Especially old tube TVs.
yeah.
Yeah. Sin just said, I'm going back to work soon. Have fun, team.
Thanks,
Love you.
Cindy.
Love you.
You next.
Yeah, you're next.
So here, why don't we design my next tattoo after this one? I found something that I love.
Did ya? You can get up and show me.
I know. I can just give you your phone. I can just send it to you.
Oh, I don't have anywhere for a phone right now.
In your hand.
I'm resting on my hands.
Maybe I need to set up a little phone stand so people can
I don't need my phone.
hands free.
Like one of those the Kindle mounts for your bed.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Kindle.
So
Did you see the video?
With the control, like with the remote.
Did you see the video of the kid like on TikTok and they had a party blower like, and they were just swiping to the next
Oh.
video with the party blower?
I did see that.
I'm like, that's
I love
Like
that.
genius.
I love when people like lay down. They have the glasses that look like with the mirror.
Yeah,
They're like,
except when you're the other person in the room.
this is like,
I've actually considered getting, you know, like the glasses that like jewelers and stuff wear with the microphone. Yeah, like. But I don't know.
fine detailed work.
Yeah,
That would please my steampunk side of me.
yeah. You'll probably see. You always see tattoos like this, right? Working like 10 centimeters away from the thing. First of all, go to Specsavers and turn your glasses up. But secondly, also like I don't want to be that close, have my face that close to somebody's open wound. But yeah.
Yes, the sound of fluorescent lights. That's my problem.
Mm.
A weird hum.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also the Bactine questions. Like Haley, I've had a couple of artists spray on me on longer tattoo sessions. I think when they see how rare my skin is getting, always wondered what it was.
Yeah, well, lidocaine, I'm going to get torn apart if the science of this is wrong, but lidocaine is a vasoconstrictor. So it will have the effect of like calming down redness and irritation, which makes for a good Instagram photo. It doesn't really do anything else. It's nice to like, obviously for you to be more comfortable, and it's good for the artist to have that as an option there. Like I will always have Bactine as an option for my clients if just not being hydrated, or they could be going through like a stressful time in their life, or depend like with female clients, like there's a lot of other things that you need to take into consideration for pain management with the cycle and that sort of thing. So sometimes you get people that are struggling, and you just need a little bit extra to get you through to the finish line of that day.
Spicy.
Oh, sorry. It's just in my zen. Ooh,
Oh,
that's pretty.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
So if there's any newcomers, I think most of you are either followers or like subscribers or friends of ours, which is nice. But yeah, I'm Hayley Tattooer, and we're here with my friends doing some tattoo work today.
I don't like that area.
If you've got any questions, please chuck them in the comments. Don't make fun of us for our Australian accents. But yeah, been tattooing a while now, so if you've got questions, I'm happy to answer them. And if you've got questions for Shanice to take her mind off it,
The lower back is nothing, hey, to the top.
Yeah.
Or to the mid.
Send her a chat with a code name so we have the same code name every time for questions.
That stencil, has it moved down too far? The paper?
oh, it's okay. I don't need it 100% of the time.
It's
So
just scratching the bottom of my ears, itchy.
there we go. There you go. Alrighty. Thank you for being my first ever live streaming guinea pig. I've had the intention. I feel like I've tried before and it's just become a little bit too much. I think I may have live streamed once before, but like for a very short period of time, and I can't remember who that was on.
It's a back piece. Did you?
Time-lapse videos up, and people seem to really like watching the tattoo come together a little bit faster than this. Like, obviously, this is a slow process, very slow, particularly for the client.
Real time.
Yeah.
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 When was your last tattoo, Hayley?
Some time ago, I would say probably October the year before last, or December the year before last.
No, you had your chains done recently.
That was
2022.
2022.
Yeah.
No.
So was this your question or somebody else's?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's all right.
No, that's incorrect.
No, that's me. So I have probably upwards of 150 hours of tattoos on my body, and I do have space left, but it hurts. It hurts, and I think anyone that you speak to who is heavily tattooed will tell you one thing: it doesn't get any better, especially with age.
It gets worse.
It gets worse with age. I always explain to people, and this is probably mean of me, but that pain threshold is an account that you draw out of. So like your balance gets thin after a while, and my balance for pain is pretty thin. I actually recently did a tattoo swap with one of my artists in the studio. We did a Michael Jackson tattoo on her, and she is reminding me that I am due to get my half of the tattoo swap, but I'm a little scared. I do want to get something else Harry Potter related, but I haven't decided on the content yet because I really want it to be book centric. Like I am a bit of a gatekeeper that way. Yeah.
Feels.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I want if somebody
If you know, you know.
can pick it out.
Like Spew.
Yeah.
Spew's not in the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one would know what Spew means unless they've read the books.
Yeah. So it's like my way of finding out who the ultra nerds are.
Yeah.
My kin.
Twitcher said Zen's Lord of the Rings piece.
Yeah. Zen's Lord of the Rings piece. What about it?
I don't know. I can't
It's
remember what we're talking about. I
Okay.
didn't check that. I'm looking at too many
I did Lord of the Rings piece on Zen a while ago. But sorry, I'm just every now and then, like, you'll have a lovely time where the stencil tries to evacuate from the skin. So, and it's very, very tricky when the stencil does that to just like make it up, like make up the positioning of the line work, because when your client is laying down, the skin is stretched into like an unnatural position. May not be heaps, but a little bit. And if you just sort of like make up where the lines need to go, when they stand in their relaxed position, it may not be like the right position for that line. So if I go quiet, I'm usually really, really good at multitasking while I'm tattooing because I talk people's ear off, and today was a coffee day, so I've got extra talk in me today. But if I do go quiet, it is because I'm concentrating.
Okay, so
These all ID you had years ago. So we streamed. Oh, and it must be like Zen's Lord of the Ring piece. We streamed that for a little while.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, because Kate was helping me, yeah. That's right. Yeah, I always like to try
my
and
favourite bit. Oh,
moisture.
It's my favourite.
I always, if I'm going to start to stream regularly, it will be on either like my friends or people that I know really well, clients that I'm really familiar with, because I feel like it would be unfair to like new clients to take away from their session, but I don't give a crap because it's just Shanice, so I'll take away.
Me.
Yeah, it's just you.
It's just you.
No, yeah, I
That's quite a compliment.
yeah,
Being just
close
me.
enough.
yeah.
Yeah. I've made it in life. I'm friends with my tattooers.
Mm. There's no extra tattoo benefits out of that though.
No, there is not.
I always say to people,
But you'd be a bad friend if you expected it.
you
too.
basically have to live in my house with me to get mates rates.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah, like mates shouldn't expect anything cheap.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I mean. You'd be a bad friend if you expected someone to take a pay cut
for the
them.
like for a service, yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Unpopular opinion, but I believe that. Yes.
yeah,
I would pay more to my friends rather than less.
Yeah.
yeah. We don't,
Because you appreciate it more.
yeah,
Yeah.
we don't tip here in Australia, so the cost of the tattoo is factored in to the cost that I like the quotes that I give people, and I never overquote. I never underquote people. I try not to anyway. Very rare occasion, unless the plan changes right at the last minute. But I just aim for people just to know what they're going to spend. And I don't think that my price point is ridiculous. It's not
No.
it's not the economy for that at the
No.
moment. Not for luxury items like tattoos.
But I believe you should be dearer, in my personal opinion. But
Well,
I am a little bit maybe biased. I don't know.
I think, there are tattooers out there that maybe overpriced for the service that they're giving. But then there are tattooers out there that just put so much into their work and their craft that deserve to be at that higher price point. But
Yeah.
I feel like If you're a tattooer and you're putting your prices up just because of the economy, like because you're struggling, I don't think that is the right move for your business.
Well, like you said, it's a luxury.
Yeah, it's a luxury. So in a time of high inflation, people have less disposable income to throw around. So
you've got 2 new questions.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do the easy one first. So what shading technique are you doing on this piece, or just lining only today?
Yep, lining only today, because this line work will probably take me a full day session. But when we do go to colour it or shade it, I think we're definitely going to use like soft autumn tones, like warm oranges and yellows, and cool greens and greys. I think we might be considering a combination of some, we almost had a slip, a combination of some maybe grey wash or grey monotone shading as well, because I don't know if Shanice wants it to be like super poppy with the colour.
No, I don't.
So
This is my first colour piece, so
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got little
I've got
pops.
tiny bits of red in those roses. That is the only colour.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the plan. But something like this will probably take. So like today is a full day session, so that for me is 5 to 6 hours. Because I tattoo fairly fast. I know a lot of people do larger sessions than that, but I usually can get quite a bit done in that time. And also, I think pushing the body past that point isn't a good idea personally. But most people reach their limit at around 3 to 4 hours. 4.5 hours is when people are usually like, they've had enough. Doesn't matter who you are. I've got some exceptions. There are exceptions to that rule, but yeah. So a piece like this in total will probably take 4 to 5 day sessions. Day sessions are 5 to 6 hours, so you do the math for that.
Why?
Between
Yeah,
25
a
and
bit.
30 hours.
My back piece took about 35 hours,
Yeah.
and it is full colour.
And then the other question is, okay, Hayley, you have opened a question. I got my first Feb 2019 age 35. I'm now 40 of course, so I've been getting tattooed later in life. How my tattoos been getting painful because of my age or placement. So have my tattoos been getting more painful because of age or placement?
I think a combination of both, because what happens is when you first start like dabbling and getting tattoos, of course you are going to choose, I guess, safer spots for your first ones, just to like dip your toe in, you know, like not Carl. Some people don't, like I do get people come in for, on the odd occasion I will get people book in. I do all my bookings via email, so if they're a new client, they come in and then they're like, I'm like, do you have any other tattoos? They're like, oh no, this is my first one. I'm like, a full day for your first one.
It's like the ice bath approach.
Yeah, dive straight in. But most people will do like the dip the toe in. So starting off on like arms and legs. And not saying that those areas are not painful, but I have actually a really good video on pain scale. I like deep dive on the areas of the body that, like with visuals, that are more painful. So you can go and check that out if you're not sure. But yeah, I think it's a combination of like a few things. One, as you get more confident getting tattooed, you'll likely choose spots that are a little bit more of a challenge. Two, yes, as you get older, your pain threshold seems to dwindle. I don't know if somebody can like ask Andrew Huberman about that. And also, I think when you first get tattooed, you're like, oh, this is so exciting, like never done this before, like I'm so excited. And then as you get older and more tattooed, it's like, oh, I gotta get that spot filled. Oh, now I've created a gap here and I need to fill that. Like,
You also have more adrenaline for like your first couple of tattoos as well.
yeah, I think your body would be like, what the heck is going on here? What kind of chemical cocktail can the brain give you to sort this out? And then maybe as you get more tattoos, it's like, oh, we've done this before. It's fun. And you don't get like that nice that nice like adrenaline that makes that like the skin sort of numb itself actually, like, yeah. I hope that's answered your question anyway. I'm so happy to have interactions.
Yeah, cool.
It's validating. Maybe I should, I've got like a lapel microphone, maybe I should do, you know, like barber ASMR videos where they put it on their bracelets and then you can hear like...
That would be cool.
We'll just do little sections today. No talking, just ASMR.
Yeah. Come join us for our silent tattoo appointment. Not possible with me, unfortunately. The chatterbox.
Unless everyone has an audio, the Harry Potter audio book on at the same time.
Yeah. I'm like, you want to watch it? You want to listen to Harry Potter with me?
Yeah.
It's a special interest for me. Sometimes I have to remember that my special interest isn't everybody else's special interest, except when these guys are here.
Yeah, then it's always talk about the
Deep dive into it.
So, where are most of our viewers coming from, Carl? Twitch, YouTube?
I believe you've got 7 on YouTube and 1 in Twitch.
Cool.
You've got a total of 8.
Huh.
There's 6 in live chat in the tubes.
Lovely.
Have you read the Tales of the Old Guard yet?
Me? No, I haven't. It's been many years. I do have.
It's not audiobooks. Oh, you don't have audiobooks.
I have.
I mean, Audible.
I have Spotify Premium.
Would it be on
Yeah,
Spotify
I don't
Premium?
know.
I think you have to probably pay extra because I know you
can
have
log
to.
into my Audible and read it. I've got
Thank
8
you.
credits to spend. To spend them.
Did I give you the Harry Potter books?
Yes.
Yeah.
You gifted me 3, I think.
So William said, yes, I always tell the clients, are you sure? Because once I start, I'm not stopping. Make sure the client knows he's in for a treat.
Yeah, yeah. People are like, oh, that's so mean. When you're brutally honest, we're like, well, this is going to be pretty freaking terrible.
Were you expecting flowers?
Yeah. Did you come here for a massage?
Yeah.
And yeah, I get people who are like, oh, that's brutally honest. I would rather be honest than have you not adequately prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, I don't know about anyone else, but if you told me that it'd be fine and it wasn't, I'd be like, yeah, thanks.
You lied to me, you're a liar.
Carl, can you please pass me my drink?
Yes.
It's in the fridge.
I'm waiting for that.
I'm getting hungry.
You're getting hungry.
Hungries.
Have you?
It's cold and
Oops.
hard.
We're gonna try
That's what she
and.
said.
I'm sorry if we have a little slip, but I guess. Please don't report us. This is art. There is a little bit of strong feminine, classy nudity in this piece that we're covering, but we don't want to violate the treaty.
Can I have 2 seconds?
Yeah. Good drink.
Just like that.
Sorry
Sorry if you get my coffee breath now.
No, that's okay.
I'd rather coffee breath than like
Cigarette breath.
yeah, or just bad unbrushed teeth breath.
Something that I worry about all the time, being right up in people's spaces. I usually have chewing gum here for that purpose, but my kids snake it. They come down here and they just, it's just gone. Yeah.
Do you want
Oh no, I'm okay. Shanice can deal with it.
I can't smell it.
How's it feeling?
I have a pillow at my face that's probably been under a mini bus.
Yep, absolutely.
I do wash the pillowcases.
Just assuming you don't.
There's one out in the rain at the moment. Actually, it was hanging over the thing.
Murphy line, that one.
Shanice watching live on our TV setup as she gets tortured.
So far it's just been this section that's been,
The midsection.
yeah, like the further up you're getting it's starting to get better, and lower was fine, except for the low middle, like
Yeah.
right where the tail of my spine is,
Yeah.
or tailbone, whatever. That was the only touchy part, but the rest has been fine.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. If you guys have got any specific questions for Shanice as well, I'm sure she would be happy, my lovely client here, happy to answer them about what she is experiencing as well. Because it actually, like, it's something you can talk through most of the time,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah. I only hold my breath in certain spots.
I'm trying extra hard not to have concentration tongue.
People don't mind seeing that, surely.
It's real. It's raw and real.
I move my mouth. It's okay.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
It's actually like fascinating to watch.
really.
Yeah.
Um,
I like push my lips out when I play the piano because I'm more concentrated. So I like just naturally I finish a piece and I'm like, oh, my lips are like ducks.
Like when it's like.
Yeah.
I feel like my concentration face got particularly interesting in the mask era of a few years ago because I knew people couldn't see my face. So it didn't matter what I was doing with it. And then afterwards I was like, really had to remind myself not to have like a really terrible, ugly concentration face. Like chewing the air.
You have some more questions.
Oh yay.
So William's obviously a tattooist.
Mm-hmm.
What's your healing time on your clients with and without Sapoderm?
Sanoderm, I assume.
Oh, Sanoderm. Yeah,
So with Sanoderm, I always recommend that my clients put it on the day after, not the day of the tattoo. I know that kind of defeats the purpose a little bit because they have to spend that first night like in bed and stuff without it, but my own experience and my experience of a lot of clients is that you're going to get like that blister bag effect with Sanoderm on the first day. And the other thing that I have noticed, and I know other people have noticed this because I'm in like a tattoo forum of artists, female artists, and we're starting to notice that on some of those second skin style products, the adhesive is reacting to products like Bactine and numbing cream and causing not very nice reactions in people. So I think like putting the Sanoderm on the second day gives people the chance to get showered and get any remnants of that numbing cream like off their skin before they put the Sanoderm onto the skin, and then putting it on putting it on the day after the tattoo, and then I say usually 3 to 4 days. I mean, Sanoderm says like up to 5 days, but I mean it's usually getting pretty gross by then. And I always say to people like if you want to change it, I'll usually give people extra Sanoderm, and if they want to change it in that time, I just give the instructions on how to do that. Or I just say, like, if you want to take it off early because it's annoying you or you're getting irritated by it, take it off and just revert back to normal aftercare. So my normal aftercare instructions are to use one of the tattoo creams that we have available. We sell or any kind of tattoo cream is fine. And Sorry, I just need to concentrate here for a second. But yeah, I usually say cream 2 to 3 times a day, thin layers for 2 weeks. Keep it clean. Don't soak it, no swimming. Showering is fine. No sun at all, but definitely not in the healing process. No scratching, no picking. Keep it nice and clean, treat it as a wound. And like my clients usually have pretty fast healing times, a lot faster, because I do a lot of black and grey style realism. You'll be able to see it on my Instagram, but this is kind of like a secondary style for me. I don't get to do a lot of neotrad, but I really enjoy it, especially like this kind of neotrad. But yeah, I find that my clients that get black and grey work, it heals a lot faster. Like some of them say they don't even peel and they're healed within a couple of days, but that also comes back to like that person's health and those sorts of things.
Well, I've used both healing with cream and healing with the sensitive skin.
Yeah.
And I find that I heal quicker without the second skin.
Without it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also that could potentially be because I react in certain parts of my body with the second skin.
Yeah. I feel like any area where it's near movement, like the movement will cause like a friction burn sometimes with the second skin if you don't apply it properly. I always say to my clients, like I have an actual separate aftercare instructions sheet just for the Sanaderm. And where was I going with that? Oh, and I multitasking. Yeah, and yeah, I usually tell them like make sure you're in like a relaxed position when you're putting it on, or like somebody else actually needs to help you put it on. It's not really something that you can do by yourself. Because if you're like twisted when you're putting it on, say if you're like trying to put it on your own calf, then when you relax, it's going to be like weirdly tight in some places. So.
Or if you put it on really tight, it's going to be real baggy.
Yeah, which will just cause discomfort. We don't want that.
I did notice that if you put it on and you're still too puffy from the tattoo, when your skin shrinks down to normal size, the Sanaderm or the second skin wrinkles with it and then creates itchiness and sore spots because it's wrinkled.
Yeah.
Over top of a wound, yeah.
You did have another comment from the pain question as well. Because it does like my only comment back would be my tattoo in my inner forearm was easy. Then went back 3 weeks later to get 2 more on my inner wrist. Ouch. Wrist is my most painful tattoo until I got a huge 5" by 3" on my inner bicep, full colour.
Yeah.
I can call that my child labour tattoo, and my ankle tattoo were really bad. Shin weirdly have been okay for me.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, the shin. I'm like, no, the calf. Like shin isn't so bad when you're putting when you lay down to get tattooed, your calf muscle kind of flattens out and protects your shin. So the kind of feeling of needle rattling on bone, I mean, if you were like an incredibly low body fat person, you would probably still get a little bit of that, but yeah, the shin is totally manageable in my experience.
I found both completely fine.
Yeah.
The pieces that I remember specifically on my leg was the scissors, so that's the inner where would you call that?
Like
inner calf?
Inner calf, yeah, like almost verging on inner knee.
Yeah, that was, I will never forget that. That was horrible.
I will never forget you.
But nothing trumps Bellatrix's chest in the knee ditch. That was
Yeah.
literally horrendous.
Yeah. One of my old bosses, he was tattooed from toe to chin, and he said the back of his knee, so what we would call the knee ditch, anywhere on the inside of a joint we call a ditch. so like elbow ditch, armpit ditch, etc. He said knee ditch and like the curve underneath your butt cheek, like right up the top.
Where her hair is.
Yeah, so
That's when it waxed.
yeah, ouch.
That's why I was like, make it stop now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we did 5 hours on Bellatrix, and that was the day that we didn't stop for lunch. And I was like, I'm done. Because there's still whites that we need to put in there, and you're like, no, you're done.
Nah, yeah, not today, Satan.
That was actually the first tattoo that you actually said to me that I was done.
Yeah, sometimes
I mean, I've never tapped out of a tattoo, but
sometimes I call it on people's behalves, because you can go into shock from getting tattooed. Like you can push your body too far. Something that concerns me about the like people getting large scale tattoos while under general anesthesia, like twilight anesthesia. There's just like that level of like shock that you're putting your body through, and you can get that even not from a huge tattoo. Just depends on what your body's already going through. Like if you've got other medical history, or you're like I said, even tired or stressed, under pressure, that kind of thing. Like it's just going to put more strain on your immune system. The skin is the biggest organ in the body, and when you're damaging a large portion of it, like there are going to be repercussions.
She says that she does my like that.
Yeah. Takes no prisoners.
William said the beautiful place where your mind blanks out and there's nothing but the needle bouncing on the skin. I think that's why we all tattoo for that one moment.
Yeah, I understand that there are some elements of this career that are stressful for some people to manage, but it hasn't been my experience, because when I'm tattooing, that's when I'm the happiest. And which is difficult, because when I go to get tattooed myself, that like mental like go to your happy place doesn't work for me, because this is my happy place. But yeah, I really, it's very meditative, and you can get into a flow state. Like I feel like if my clients are the kind of people that want to just knuckle down and put headphones in, which is totally fine, like whatever, it's actually great, like whatever the client needs to do to get comfortable and get through the experience is okay by me, within reason. But yeah, when the client's got some headphones in, say if I don't have headphones in, I don't have music playing, it is very like, it's just you and what you're doing. And it just, like I do get stressed out about different things in my life sometimes, but say if you like go to the doctor, especially as a woman, don't get me started on that, but go to the doctor and they're like, oh, you know, this is a lifestyle thing, like it's, your work is putting too much pressure on you. I was like, I colour in for a living. I just draw pretty pictures on people for a living. Like how stressful can that be really? Not very much. People are stressful, tattooing is not stressful. And I've been really, really fortunate in the last probably 4 or 5 years to just have a constant stream of just excellent clients, including you.
Yay.
And Carl. But yeah, just having like a constant stream of like dedicated clients, people that aren't going to stuff me around, or like if something pops up, like they apologize. Like if they can't make their appointment, like I don't get no-shows, I don't get rude clients, I don't get ungrateful people or like whiners or anything like that. I just don't get that anymore. I don't know if it's like manifestation or what it is, but I'm actually super, super grateful for every single one of my clients.
I've just got someone that takes my appointment if I can't do it. Thanks, Boo.
You're welcome.
Hopefully that was the first and only time you don't have to do it though.
We share tattoo appointments.
Yeah, we do actually.
You like the little ringing. Like, hey, so I'm not on your books, but you want to do this?
Yeah, but like, how else would I have ever met somebody that was like as deep into the HP world? I've never.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Because I've always been like, people are like, oh, I like Harry Potter, and it's a matter of like, but like how much?
Yeah, and you're just like,
I don't want to out myself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just waiting for them to like.
And they say something like,
It's like, oh yeah, I've only watched the movies. You're like,
okay, yeah, oh, that's good, yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh, amazing. I love
But
it.
it's like, Carl's like, I've probably read the books or listened to the books like, I don't know, 30 times. I'm like, you're my people.
I think it's like, it's also just Stephen Fry just narrates
Stephen Fry.
so perfectly.
I want Stephen Fry as Hagrid in the new series. Can we petition for it? They're going to start filming soon. Like, he's got another 10 years left in him for sure. And he was friends with
He's gonna listen and be like, hey,
Stephen Fry. If you're out there, please be Hagrid. Be a Hagrid. Because he was friends with Robbie Coltrane. Or like he had worked with Robbie Coltrane, who played Hagrid before. And I think that's why he is just such a Hagrid energy in the audiobook recordings. And
you could tap into it for sure.
yeah, and yeah, it's just it's a dream. It's a dream of mine.
You know what like tattoo you should do? Is a tartan biscuit tin with like the words "Have a biscuit."
Have a biscuit, Potter. Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Have a biscuit.
You can't just opt to do that. You've got to get it done.
Oh, I know. You won't set my violent one. Oh, I've got on my leg.
We'll draw it as a flashcard and say available.
I feel like there's like one of our gals in the studio in town. She does like a get what you get gumball machine style tattoos, and it would be like get what you get, but it's only Harry Potter stuff in there.
Yeah.
And I sit there like this,
Yeah.
waiting to see what you draw out because I'm so excited.
Oh, that's
No, it's not.
No, you know, I say a few people would actually go for that though.
Yeah,
But I think it's like people who book in with you and booking you
For full days, yeah.
Sessions.
I think
Have a tattoo plan.
that's like
Most of them.
the only bummer a little bit is when you like concentrate solely on large scale work or like a private studio setting, you miss out on those like, because a lot of those aren't tattoos people have been thinking of getting for a long time. You know, something's just popped up, like they've watched Harry Potter on Netflix and they're like, I should get a Harry Potter tattoo, and they want to get it like within a short
sorry. Did
period of
I
time.
just move that?
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, they want to get it like within,
Like a week.
yeah, and like the only time I have availability like that is if I have cancellations, and I miss it. Like I miss doing fun little pieces, like silly pieces, because I've got a dank sense of humor as well, and like I love it when people get really, really tongue-in-cheek things or like naughty, like a bit cheeky. And so I just have to like live my life waiting for somebody to have a bit of time at the end of their appointment and be like, can I get like an ice cream? Can you tell me like a taco on me? I'm like, oh, yes I can. Yes I can.
I've been waiting for this for so
Yeah.
long.
So, yeah.
You've got another question. Hayley, have you used or heard of another healing aftercare called tattoo armor? They're these white pads you put on right after the tattoo is finished, and they're great for colour tattoos.
I feel like I've seen it pop up in and out of my news feed, but it hasn't filtered down to like onto my desk yet. So, I mean, if the tattoo armor guys stumble across this, send me a sample. So I think what it is like just, and I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's just like a non-stick absorbent bandage. So like definitely, yeah, it would, like if it's not sticking to the tattoo and it's
like melanin.
It's what, sorry?
There's a chemical melanin, vitamin D, which would be the same kind.
Yeah,
Like something like that.
yeah. I have no experience with it, but like, yeah, share your experience. Like, I'm always open to trying new things in the tattoo land. I always like to try and keep on top of the different available things.
That was
Yeah,
very
exactly.
tickly, that one.
Also, Emily and I sort of experimented a little bit with different numbing agents when we were doing my back piece, and she like absolutely doused me in Vasocaine, which was, I don't think you can actually get it in Australia anymore, but it was a really strong lidocaine. I couldn't feel anything, but got to this area and my back, like the nerve made my back really arch up. So
I feel like, you know when you run your fingers right down the spine of a cat? And they're like,
yeah,
that's how I feel right now.
my cat
In that spot.
My cat, Tiberius, affectionately called Schmishmirius, he's like a really archy cat, like a real back archer. Just, it's a cute
Brown
cat.
bread.
It's just a spot. Like this one section.
Is tickly or
It's like,
spicy.
no, not spicy. It's like, I want to stretch when it's happening.
It's also one of those spots that when people like run their hands across your back,
Mm.
yeah, like something like.
Oh, I say to people, if you scratch my back or play with my hair, I might accidentally bond with you. So just unless
Like
you
a
want,
wild animal.
unless you want me being like, like,
Just a deer.
ask my partner. I told him that back scratches count as foreplay. Sorry, Chris.
We now know your what's it called? Your
Erogenous.
kryptonite. Your kryptonite.
My erogenous zone is a back scratch.
I love getting back tickles, but Cindy, who's working at the moment, who shouldn't be in the stream, but if she is, should do it more often.
For me, it's like the playing with like the fringe area of my like having somebody with nails, or my favorite, male hairdressers, because they have stronger hands, so they can do like a stronger
I went
massage.
to the hairdresser in the Gold Coast after I had surgery, and that's when I met Valencia. Shout out to Valencia, the Gold Coast. She had the strongest head massage, and she braided my hair to the point where I had
Like a free facelift?
a very, very, very snatched facelift.
Snatched.
It was very snatched.
Give me her number.
And we vibed because she's an Aquarius and she spotted me from a mile away.
You just yell out.
Massages are so good.
Oh yeah, you yell out when you start getting close to like wanting to have a break and a stretch and
Oh
everything.
no,
'cause
I'm okay.
we're like past a quarter of the way through it.
Are
So yeah. So we've done like from here down on this side. So yeah. Yeah.
It's just that top bit
This is
where
a good
this,
setup actually.
like
Yeah.
this part
Yeah.
here where I'm moving, I am dreading.
Your shoulder.
Yeah.
All right, let's go there. Let's go there right now.
Oh. Okay. Have you done a nip yet?
No, I haven't. I feel like we might have to pause the video so I can get in and
Maybe do the
outline
nip
the-
after a break before we restart.
yeah. Sorry, you guys don't get to see that for free. I'm gonna get banned. I actually have full back tattoo, which includes some classy nudity at a very large size, actually. But we love that.
Yeah, she is quite big, isn't she?
Yes, can spot them girls from a distance. And yeah, the artist that did it had to, like, resulted in her having
Do
to
you
put,
want me more flat
no, you're
for
fine,
this section?
putting like 18 plus emojis over the top of the, you know what, so that it could get posted on Instagram. But why are people like that? They're just boobies. We love boobies. Everybody loves boobies.
The only thing that's different is the shape and size, obviously. Like the nipples are the same as guys.
Yeah,
Extra tissue.
extra work.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where was that? I was thinking this was going to be from Bible. Oh, excuse me.
You're doing.
I did my
you're doing
first
well.
slip.
Oh, you slipped.
I
Oh,
slipped.
you're gonna demonetize me, Shanice. If we've got any newbies to the stream, welcome. I'm Hayley Tattooer. I'm here with Shanice and Carl. Shanice is getting a full back piece outline today while we stream. This is my first big stream of a tattoo. Happy to answer any questions. I've got lots and lots of YouTube videos on the process of getting tattooed for people that are a little bit unsure about what the process is and how to approach their artist, that kind of thing. Go check that out. Give Shanice some words of comfort while she struggles. Nah, she's not struggling. She's doing good.
Well, I was actually. This is all. Yeah, this is a lot better than I was expecting. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be dreadful.
You got to be careful
fine.
saying
It's-
stuff like that in tattoos because it will be like a second later you just move into terrible territory.
Yeah,
It's like a knock
that's why I
on.
didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, it's like a knock on wood situation. More Art Nouveau style tattoos, please, guys. I really, really, really like anything that's like. If you don't really know what Art Nouveau is, go and just Google Alphonse Mucha, M-U-C-H-A, and enjoy the beauty. So that's the like some of the inspiration for our piece here today. I do a lot of black and grey realism. I would love to play more with neo-traditional colour.
Yes, annexation.
Mm. Do you know what you're doing?
Are you going to get
Is
your
it
Luna?
No.
I don't know where I want her.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just make that decision split. Like, yep, we're doing it today. But I've got a few things now that I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll run past see what you think of stuff.
You could always, like, if you don't want to get the Luna, I feel like we should finish her properly and make it into a sticker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's super cute, you know, and just sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, knew it.
You spoke too soon moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
One weird thing that I've noticed with people is that like if I'm lining downwards, like down the body, if I'm lining upwards, I get more of a pain reaction. I mean, obviously I can't choose to line every line in a downwards fashion, but it's just something that I've noticed over the years is that, like upstrokes seem to be worse.
Because I think everything naturally drains down. So like out.
Yeah.
Rather than up.
I just feel like your skin actually has a grain, like timber,
Yeah.
or like, yeah, so it's to do with the direction of the hair follicles, I think. Even though you don't have a hairy back, you know, there's still hair follicles everywhere on the skin, and I feel like if you're tattooing against the direction of the hair follicle, that's when you're going to get a little bit more pain. Not sure why that is. If anyone's a skin specialist, please give us the answer. I've got a million questions for you.
The tattoo arm things, like, okay, a tattoo armor I've had twice. First, when I got super bright Care Bear tattoo from one artist, and a different gave to me on my bright Star Wars R2D2 and BB-8 tattoo.
Ooh, we love that.
Simply a white pad you attach with simple white tape. It's padded, and what it does is soaks up the ink and plasma, and then I put second skin the next day, and it stopped me losing colour and needing touch-ups.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can see how that would...
Absorbent dressing.
Yeah, just a good absorbent dressing, which it's definitely like used in combination with the second skin, like we were talking about earlier, is like that first night where you probably shouldn't be putting second skin directly on. But yeah, having something to collect the juices.
The sheets.
Yeah, the tattoo juices, so that your sheets, like I do, like plenty of my clients have, you know, Kmart tattoo sheets in a dark colour. Something that some people think about and others don't. If I do a really big saturated colour tattoo on somebody, I'll be like, don't go home and stain your Mrs. Sheets or something like that.
Yeah.
She will not thank you for that.
I don't know where my tattoo sheets are actually. I haven't unpacked them. I haven't found them.
Are you staying at our skin tomorrow?
No. Cindy's home tonight.
Oh
I'm not
yeah, it's boyfriend day, girlfriend day for, or wife day. Wife day for you, but boyfriend day for me. In the area that we live in, there's a lot of mine sites nearby, which is where a lot of our spouses work. And
7 on, 7 off.
yep, 7 on, 7 off. So it's my
And I pay for my own tattoos, thanks everybody.
yeah. Sugar mamas and sugar dada. I'm the sugar mama.
Yeah. But Cindy's definitely my sugar mama.
Yeah. Did you like
Well,
that,
Travis
Cindy?
and I.
Yeah.
She wouldn't. She'd be like, I don't choose to be a sugar mama.
Yeah.
You can stop spending my money
I'm
on you.
you're an unsolicited sugar baby.
She's like, can I unsubscribe, please? How do I boot this girl out of my subscription?
Change password.
Give me a bank card.
Are there any flowers you don't want to tattoo, or do you get away from flowers altogether?
Me, no, I never get sick of tattooing flowers ever. Love
I
love
thought
flowers.
about peonies.
Oh, I mean, it's
But I
less.
said that it was
But
like,
also
it's
like
a good
style.
thing and a bad thing at the same time.
Yeah. So, peonies and roses are so popular in tattoo imagery because they are beautiful. They'll never stop being beautiful. They are the shape of them is easily manipulated to fit what the tattoo needs to do,
Yeah.
which is really, really handy. So you can sort of push them in, and the leaves of them into any shape that you need to create a flow or,
Yeah.
you know, fit a gap or something like that. Same with like chrysanthemums as well. The only thing that I'm concerned about is, like, I still have a lot of clients that come and ask me for those peony flowers, and that's fine. Like, I'm totally happy to do them, but I don't want them to come into the session thinking that they're going to get a unique piece. It will be custom because I custom design all my clients' tattoos and I try and fit it to their bodies, but I don't want them to like go out in public and see a lot of other people with the same thing and feel like their tattoo is less special because of it.
Yeah.
That's the only, it's not like I want to steer away from doing those things. I don't want to give my clients a tattoo where they might not feel that it's special or unique.
Yeah.
I really would love to tattoo more ugly flowers though. You know, like passion fruit flowers or something like that. They're not traditionally beautiful.
No, that's
They're the underdog.
Yeah, they're the unique beauty, depending on what you're into.
I mean, I think daffodils are
Yeah. There's like a specific type of orchid too that look a little bit like bums and ginies, and it's for me like it is part of my job to check the tattoo that I'm doing to make sure it doesn't look like genitals, because if anything looks remotely like genitals in the tattoo, people will find it, or like somebody else will see it and be like, that looks like a, and then the person that has it can't unsee it.
Like that.
Yeah, so it's like part of my job.
I would 100%
bless you.
get an orchid with a full
Yeah.
NSFW imagery.
Yeah,
I just need to move my neck.
you're right.
I did. I was looking at a tattoo the other day, and it's like a rose and like the guy's hand.
Is in it, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I
quite a
love
nice picture.
I love cheeky. You'll see there's ones, like have you seen the ones up there in the bottom left corner of my corkboard there?
Yeah.
So
The orchids.
The
yeah,
vase.
when
Oh,
she
no.
sent them to me, the orchids were part of the vase, but when she sent them to me, I was like, because you don't want to go straight out to someone and be like, oh wow, those flowers that you want me to tattoo on you look like, because it would sometimes it'd be like, they were my grandmother's favourite flower and she just passed away. And you don't want to ruin it for them.
And now they look like ladies.
But that particular lady, really cool client, gave me a lot of freedom with that tattoo, even though she had like a really specific idea. And I was like, oh, the orchids, they're a little bit like, and she's like, yeah, I want them to look that way, like more if possible. I was like, yes,
Perfect.
we love that, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I was to get like specifically a flower tattoo, it would be nude coloured orchid.
Purposefully naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lady.
Yeah.
A very feminine flower.
But yeah, it has come up, I feel like, a few times where people have come back to me with their tattoos and been like, can you make this look less like phallic?
Are these ready for clients?
Sorry?
Are these all ready for clients?
No, they're done. They're all done. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that video of the chick that got a oyster tattoo to commemorate something, and to like remind herself of like some amazing trip, I think it was, maybe, I don't know, and everyone told us, because it's a yeah.
A lustation.
I'm pretty
crustation.
sure it had like a pearl hidden under the flesh too. So like it was like a proper
Yeah.
oyster,
Yeah.
like a real life like.
That's the thing is like, how do you bring that up with somebody without ruining something that's special to them?
Yeah, well, she was crying about it. She
Yeah.
hated it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the other thing about tattooing, and I'm sure, is it William, the tattooist that's on our stream? If you're still here, you'll probably know this, but it's like almost a secondary ethical role in the job to, you know, like rule out any possible scenarios like that, and just inform people gently that that could be the case, and maybe we can alter it up unless they specifically want it for that purpose, which, yeah, high five, I love that. The naughtier the better. Yeah.
You can definitely tell the difference between a spot of your body that receives sun and that doesn't.
Like in a positive or negative way?
Negative.
Hurts more?
Yeah.
See, a lot of people have the opposite experience.
Really?
Like, you know, the area on the top of your forearm, not so bad, but the area on your inner bicep, terrible.
No.
I
My
guess-
lantern on my thigh was the opposite. It was horrible in the sun damaged spot, and it was okay until you got up to the bikini line area.
Yeah.
A little bit of background noise.
Should we mute it?
Should have used the fan anyway.
Yeah. I'm actually so glad to be back tattooing. I mean, a job's a job and it's always nice to have time off, but I really miss it when I don't do it. Did you miss it?
Yeah. I did. That didn't sound as facetious as I wanted it to.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Inside Out movie?
No.
You know what Inside Out is?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The kids one.
Yeah. There's like a little bit where, I don't know, it's like the sarcasm void or something. And they yell across and they're like, hey, it's so good to see you guys. And then the people on the other side hear the echo and it's like, hey, it's so good to see you guys. Like, those guys are jerks.
Yeah. Isn't there like a new one called Anxiety?
Yeah. Hi, I'm anxiety.
Oh, man.
And embarrassment. Oh, my life.
This is definitely the worst part of the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yep, I'll take the spine over this part. 100%.
Don't
Unless
like
I'm
it.
just getting into my head.
That's alright. We're getting through it. We really are getting through it.
I'd rather be honest about it though than for someone to watch it be like, ah.
She's fine. She's fine. She's
faking
happy.
it.
Yeah. No, I don't think it would be that. I think it'd be like, oh, that looks like way easier than I thought it was. I'm gonna go get that done, and then be in like a whole world of pain. Honesty is the best policy here.
I think I'm doing so well for not swearing in any of our conversations. Although we're not really talking about things that require words.
Yeah. Family friendly. Family friendly tattooing.
YouTube.
No tattooing is family friendly.
We haven't done any unintentional lip slips.
No.
Well, that's good.
No, I've been really good with the. That was a good idea, actually. That was your idea. Put the sticker on there.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Like, we can put a sticker on there.
Oh yeah, I did too.
So,
Must say good ideas come out of me naturally.
yeah. Yeah, if there's any new viewers, welcome. This is my first big live stream tattoo for my friend Shanice and her full back piece outline. She's doing so good at the moment, but we've just like hit a fresh spot. If you guys have got any questions about the tattoo process, like just in general, or words of support for my victim today, chuck it in the comments. We've got our producer for the day, Carl, over here reading me the comments while we're working. How am I going to do this without you now? We can't.
We'll just have to stream our
Yeah.
sessions. Or when we're not here, you just have to just.
I have to get a constant tattoo every month so that Haley can keep smiling. Cindy,
If you guys want to make a donation for Shanice to continue her tattoo journey so that you can see more streaming events, look at it. Getting a bit fresh. Get back in there.
Well, I'm here in June for a full day.
Yeah. If
I'm
anyone
here
wants to
too.
prepay Carl's tattoo for June.
Yeah.
I'm here in June too. We're both in June.
Yeah, there you go.
It's going to be a good month.
It'll be my birthday too. It's like only a week after my birthday. It's actually on the screen. Like multiple of them as well.
Oh, okay. So like the stencil?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, well, for anyone that's watching, this whole area is done. So we're a little bit short of halfway. We're about, I don't know,
You're smashing.
just
What
under
time is
halfway.
11:30.
it? You are smashing this.
Yeah, well, we're not here to stuff around, are we?
Jeez.
Not bad. I told you I can talk and tattoo at the same time. All kind of water after a coffee. And I drank about a third of it. I'm sensitive to caffeine.
It was only a mocha.
I had, yeah, that's still a coffee. That's just coffee with chocolate in it.
Oh, when I've got full view, it's a bit easier to see. Because I've got the comments open.
Yeah. Hit us with some questions, guys. I want to know who our viewers are. Like, tell me where you're watching from, and like if you're interested in tattoos.
You're just gonna see all the views go now because all I'm doing is grunting.
People love seeing other people's pain, though. It's validating. I feel like a lot of people bring friends, not you, Carl, excited about the process, and then when we like get into it and the person isn't like really in a lot of pain, it's like, oh, this is boring now.
Yeah.
Like, I came to watch you in pain. Like, give me a show.
Yeah.
Ready to get one. I can always tell when you've gone to a thinner needle.
Yeah, you know what gets me is
Because you're
people.
thinner now, aren't you?
Yeah. When people are like, oh, the bigger the needle, the more it hurts. I'm like,
No.
incorrect.
All the way around.
Yeah.
How long will you leave this tattoo to heal before you do the next session?
So her next session is in June. Did you say June?
Yeah, but
and
that's not intentional.
that's like, obviously there's a couple of reasons to how people space out their tattoos. I would probably leave something like this at least 3 weeks before I would consent to continuing, just because like if you're not familiar with the tattoo process, there's like a bit of a skin peel that happens, and if you go in the area and tattoo a little bit too soon, you can actually push some of that dead skin back into the epidermis. So and that's not good. We don't want that. So it does need a bit of time to heal before you go through that area again. So yeah, I would say like minimum 3 weeks, but also you've got to think like it's a big financial commitment as well. This kind of piece is going to take, like the outline alone is take 5 to 6 hours, and I'm not going to put my hourly rate online, but you know, it's not, tattooing isn't cheap. There's a lot of things that go into it. It's a high risk sort of interaction. There's a lot of training that goes into it, so it's not the cheapest. So also people space out their appointments based on what's economically sustainable for them as well. Yeah, good question. With the process about why my machine is so quiet, especially when, you know, if you've been in tattoo studios before and you can hear the machines sort of like working hard, it's because I use, and a lot of tattooers nowadays use rotary machines rather than coil machines, so the engines are more like a circular motion rather than an up and down like whacking kind of motion that the coil machines use. And there's definitely a place for both styles of machines. Like, I don't think that coil machines are redundant by far. Like, they produce such a good end product when used correctly. A lot of my old co-workers and like a lot of traditional tattooers and that still use the coil or like a combination of coil and rotary. But for me, well, first of all, my clients, and this is not the main reason, but my clients, I think, associate the noise of coil machines with a bit more pain or anxiety, just like if you were to hear like the drill in the dentist's office before you were in the chair. And then you get like a placebo, like a nocebo sort of situation where it doesn't sound painful, so it is less painful, slightly. And also it's just a lot easier on my hands for big sessions. But the quiet is a bonus.
I don't know if I've ever said this before, but we're not friends.
We're not friends right now. No. blows my mind when people are like, thank you so much. I'm like, oh, what for? I'm sorry. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Or like, I'll move and bump somebody and be like, oh, sorry, but not sorry for like the actual intense pain. Yeah, not sorry for that, but like, oh, sorry, I just gently bumped you then. It's just good manners. Yeah, tell us where you're from. If there's anyone new in the feed, tell us where you're in from.
It was nearly a swear word then.
Give Shanice some support. She's struggling. We're in the spine area now, that's why.
That's a tickly spot.
The region of the spine.
I got my hackles up.
Or like, let me know if you got any questions about this tattoo in particular, or like my process or anything like that. Happy to answer them. That is basically what my whole channel is about, is just making sure that people are going into the space educated, because I know how anxious, like, tattoo parlors are scary. If you haven't been around it before, it's very, not so much scary, but like really intimidating. And it is intimidating, and like a lot of people are anxious these days about one thing or another. And one of the big things is they don't want to seem stupid. Like, they don't want to ask a question and have people think that they're stupid. So I think like the question not asked is the stupid question. So, but
the one time we don't gatekeep.
yeah, no, we don't gatekeep information on the tattoo process. We do gatekeep the information on how to apply tattoos, because we don't want people doing them in their kitchens. But we don't gatekeep.
It's really ticklish.
Oh, it's
Every time you rub there. Anyway, sorry.
that's right. I was going to make an inappropriate comment, but I'll save it for later.
Well, the strength off on break.
Yeah. Be back. I just need to say something.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll put it back on, because I was just burying my head in that top spot.
But do you actually need them on?
Yeah, see.
Oh, fair enough.
Is my head in the way?
No, I'll tell you when it is. I don't hold back on things like that. You should know
Oh
this.
no, it's just natural to say it.
Alrighty. I'm on her face, so make sure you stay nice and still.
Mm-hmm.
Fun times.
What
Fun
was that?
times. That's like along her face.
Mm.
Yeah. Cute little face there. Mm. Oh, it went quiet because we went quiet.
Hey.
I said it went quiet because we went quiet.
Yeah.
Concentration.
We're
Let the
here.
pain
We're here.
flow through you.
Yeah. Or maybe there was an ad.
Oh, maybe. I'll take a look.
La, 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 la.
Saturday will be the 24th time I've been tattooed. That includes a few touch-ups. And I have never taken anyone with me, but I have filmed / vlogged getting my tattoos. Apart from my first, love watching them back over the years.
Yeah.
I've never thought to do that.
Like record it
Yeah.
so that you can like watch it happening. It's an interesting process. I forget that sometimes because I see it every day.
Yeah.
But you know, like when I always remember it when somebody who doesn't have a lot to do with tattoos comes along to somebody's appointment and they're like, oh, like asking a lot of questions, and I'm like, well, it actually is a very interesting process. And you forget how some people don't sort of know what the process is. Like I've had a few comments like, so how do you get the ink to stay on the skin? I'm like, oh, it's in the skin. Like it's a needle, it's in. It's not like a give it a paint and then lacquer it sort of situation. But
yeah, but even in saying that, some people don't understand how it's delivered into the
yeah.
skin from the needle too.
Yeah, so it's like a calligraphy pen in the tip. So like
You get a little reservoir.
you see in the tip there, you probably can't. Oh yeah, there's like a little reservoir in the needle.
Can you grab this?
Yeah.
Philip? Please?
All my electronics in my
Thank you, that's actually helpful in that spot.
Do you want your glasses gone too?
Yeah.
Just tell me when you want
Okay. I need to get into a zen.
it. Not to talk breaks or anything, but are you wanting anything for lunch or what do you want to get you for lunch?
You told me.
Both. Do you like Macca's or do you want like Subway or do you want like, I don't know what's
Oh man.
We have a sushi shop out here. It's in the shop, in the centre.
Oh, yeah, would you too? Do you want sushi?
What do you feel like, Shanice? You're the victim today? She can't talk.
She can't think about anything else. We'll circle back and put a pin in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't mind a distraction to think about while this is happening.
So, Subway, sushi.
The bakery, you've got pie.
Yeah.
Why does this have more Hayley?
I found this area
I have a
myself.
question for you.
I found that the area, I don't have a reason to why, but the area along the top of my shoulders where I'm tattooing you felt particularly hot, like under the needle. Like it felt a little bit burning, like a little bit spicy, warm. Am I telling you?
Jeepers. My YouTube sex swear words.
Such a foul mouth on you.
This is not how we usually talk in a tattoo session. This is very, very, very subdued.
This is moderated.
Look, not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna want sushi.
Yeah.
You're gonna want sushi.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Let's get some carbs.
Are you wanting to come for a drive or do you want to just go get it?
I'd be happy for you to go and get it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't really.
Is that your tummy growling or was that?
That was my stomach.
Okay.
Never
Yeah.
thinking about it.
ASMR. Yeah. Your stomach's like, yeah, sushi. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, probably sushi.
What's your go-to?
Normally, it depends on how good it looks, but if I'm not there, I won't get the salmon on top of the rice, like whatever the salmon nigiri, whatever it's called. Like where it's just a piece of salmon,
The
sat on
salmon,
top of
the
rice.
salmon nagini.
Yeah.
Nagini.
Yeah. Nagini.
Yeah.
But normally it's like teriyaki chicken and avo or
Yeah, that's gonna say chicken avo.
chicken and avo. Now that I've mentally prepared myself for how horrible the top is, I should be okay for the next side. I mean, it's gonna hurt still, but
Well, it'll be
I know
like
I can do it.
right
so.
at the end of the session is like where we'll be up in that region. So
Yeah.
you'll
Your
probably be.
UK follower just said, so sorry to leave everyone, but it's 2:47 a.m. here in the UK. And I'd love to
Oh.
watch
Oh,
more,
would
but
be,
I need to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh well, thank you for staying with us. I actually really appreciate the support, the chat. So thank you. Sleep well.
And give us some of your weather.
Yeah.
We've got it.
We don't.
Visit Scotland on their Jacobite train for us.
Oh, I forgot that we've got a cover up in this, don't
Yeah,
we?
I'm doing that right as we speak. So Carly, you our one viewer.
Yes, I am your one viewer. I just realised that. I was like, fuck, this is one person.
Holding on, creep. No.
Well, they should make a little bit of money. Oh, you probably won't make a lot because I don't have ads.
I don't
I
think.
pay premiums. So.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters.
I think
Because
the
it's-
premium you
that's-
pay still it contributes to it.
That's where
does
it goes.
contribute to- Yeah, fair enough. Fair.
Yeah, it goes to the creators.
Yeah, cool. Well, you'll get some money from it.
Thank you.
You could log my phone in on it.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I was gonna,
Just open my thing up, Carl.
oh. What's your,
8695.
thank you. I think I ask you that every time.
I wish it was my bank account balance. We'll be on
There's
Thursday.
a few zeros on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I can already tell that's the hair. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Uh huh. Sure is.
I think I asked
Turn it down, ew.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, the
I'm getting
delay.
it back.
The delay. Do a little bit more of the hair, and then we might break in like 10.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And then you pretty much got the whole one side
yep.
finished.
There'll be a little bit up here that I might sit you up for right at the end.
Yeah.
Just so I'm not battling against your head.
Yeah.
So we'll just get this hair done. Then we'll take a quick ad break.
Why is it this is like, oh no, there it says 2 zeros.
I feel like it's been moderately successful. Like, I'm happy. I was a bit worried that we wouldn't get any interaction. We haven't even started. After lunch, we should do TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to,
I can tell my breath doing that, yeah.
set your phone up.
Yeah, yeah, I've got the mount ready.
Yeah, cool.
You're doing good. Feeling good, feeling great. Sorry.
I laugh because watching Carl get tattooed is the first person I've actually gone and watched get tattooed,
Mm-hmm.
and I know the feeling, but when I'm not being the one actively doing it, it's still like ha sucked in,
Yeah.
even though you're
Next.
due to get it.
Yeah.
It's like your next beach.
I think it's okay, like I think it's acceptable because you've been through it. Like it'd be different if you were like making fun of the person for showing small amounts of pain and you yourself weren't, you know,
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
It's like a,
You wiping that spot is really ticklish. What is this? Stop. That's what. So weird.
we're gonna have to turn everything around too when I go for the other side. I haven't decided if I'll put you the other way on the bed or if I swap the side of everything around. Back to one viewer. Which one of you's logged out?
Working for someone.
Wasn't me.
Okay. I feel like we could probably call that halfway
Give it to me.
done.
Give me that
The wet
stinky
wipe.
Yeah.
Give me that wet wipe. So I got a little bit to do up at the top, but it's a difficult access point for me. So like usually I will sit people up to do that bit at the end. Moist.
My mind's thinking. It doesn't even feel like you touched the bottom part of my back.
Yeah.
Feels like it's not been tattooed at all.
Yeah. Well, there's no redness or anything like that. So.
Yeah, it was.
And it didn't really hurt that much. Like honestly, it was nice. It's a happy part. But just that little, like above the butt crack part was a little bit touchy, but
Yeah. Ooh. Get him. Get away. Cheeky girl. Alrighty. Well, I think it's
I
just
won't
you,
get that
Carl. But
until-
yeah, we're just going to stop for lunch. So we'll probably pull up in about
pulls the glove off so satisfaction.
yeah, have some sushi and then chime back in. See you soon.